Let's go for a quick mic check here. Can you guys hear me?
Good morning, Night City! Yesterday's body count lottery rounded out to a solid and sturdy 30. 10 out of Haywood. Thanks to unabated gang wars. One officer down, so I guess you're all screwed. Because the NCPD will not let that go. Got another blackout in Santo Domingo. Net runners are at it again, poking holes in the power grid. While over in Westbrook, trauma teams scraping cyber psycho victims off the pavement. And in well, Pacifica is still Pacifica.
My headphones died. I guess I left them turned on while up here. Okay, I've got an ad starting anyway, so that's going to give me the time to run downstairs, wipe down my countertop, and then be back up here. So yes, back in a second. Okay. Start that timer on my phone. Get my wireless earbuds on charge for downstairs. My wireless headset on charge. Go in here. Let's see if we're gonna get out of the starting area in this game. Okay. Excellent. And of course the ad break starts now.
V? Status.
On location. About to find your man.
Rick's one of the good guys, you'll see. I trust him like a brother.
Yeah, so you said.
Status. Finally got out of the elevator that was soft cocking me for the last half an hour. Oh. Stinky Shark is asleep, so no one's gonna harass me with speak British to me. A nice calm British free stream.
Something I can help you with.
You Rick?
Rick Grams.
Yep. You with Kirk?
Yep.
Cameras are blind. You got 20 minutes.
Can I go in here? No.
Kirk? I see the ride.
Your moment to shine, kiddo. Good luck.
God damn, look at this thing.
Let's take this piece of wonder tech for a whirl.
You're a woman of little faith. See? We're rich. Now fire her up and call me when you're underway. Tell you where to go.
Looks like this'll be a cool breeze.
Get the
What
fuck
the-
out. Get the fuck out. Wow,
Fuck!
you can drive. Now out.
What are you doing?
You got
Oh shit.
Don't move. You're under arrest.
Stay where you are!
Hands where I can see them. Nice and slow.
On the ground, motherfuckers, now!
I swear, officer, it's just my car. I was just sitting in it, chilling out.
Jackie Wells, my old pal from the hood. See you haven't grown an ounce wiser.
Hey, Detective Stintz. Been a while, huh?
Inspector Stintz.
Same shit.
Speaking of, your mug's familiar too. Come on,
How
spit it
Well,
out.
you know.
I'm waiting.
A pig that chatters.
Left for Atlanta, looking for a slice of happiness. Guess you didn't find it. I've always maintained it's the same for all you termites in Haywood. Born here, live here, die here. Looks like I was right.
Enough of the chatter. What now?
Getting booked. Gonna do a stint. Get it?
Come on, Stintz. Give us a break, huh? You lock us up, then just jerk off till trial. And then what? Worst case, we get some months. Hell, standing room only nowadays in El Bote. So, they'll probably be out early.
Are these the thieves?
Fucking
Ordinary
serious.
street trash.
Got him in custody, Mr. Fujioka. We'll be taking him now.
It's a waste of effort. I have no time to testify or play at an investigation.
Suggesting we let him go, sir?
I suggest you toss them in the sea. Cuff legs broken so this trash doesn't float.
You heard him. Fuck.
Well,
Motherfucker.
Honestly, for a sec there, things looked iffy. Wasn't sure we'd worm out of that alive.
also we're friends now. We're just putting it on my face. Now we're friends.
Stents wouldn't do
Okay.
us like that.
You sure about that?
Uh-huh. He's Haywood born, bred, and grown like us. Hates suits as much as you do. Did what he had to do. That's it.
If I hadn't come, you'd be cruising Night City in sexy wheels right now.
No, come on. Job was toxic from the start. Even Kabuki under-the-counter magic can't get around an alarm like that. Should've known I'd have the PD on my ass.
So, maybe now, as God ordained. Jackie Wells.
V.
I know you. You hang at the Coyote.
Wait, Wells? Like, Mama Wells? Thought I recognized the name.
She's my blood, all right. Coyote's her dive. It's strange you and I never met before.
Got the job to steal those wheels at the Coyote. From Kirk.
Game
Work
is
with
so
that sewage
gorgeous.
slug?
Pepe owes him big, and can't afford to pay.
Even on my aging machine, it looks beautiful.
Gotta wonder about Pepe letting slimy Kirk boss him around like that.
Heard what they say. He's backed by cartels.
Cartels? No, listen. I know those cartel types, and I guarantee you, none of them have even heard of Kirk. El Cabron's gotta learn. He don't do people in Haywood dirty. Come on, let's go have some lunch.
If there's a Twitch extension for Cyberpunk.
Ready to mosey?
Nope.
Lunch?
You would not believe my mama's chili. Best in town. Getting one of my good feelings.
About what?
About us. It's a kind of chemistry, you know? Come on. I'm fucking starved.
Okay, food it is. Let's go.
Hello there, Night City! Stanley here with you, and we got another day ahead of us in this city of dreams. Ooh, I love this town. Love it like you might love a mother who popped you out on the steps of an orphanage once and now stops you to ask if you got a smoke for her. Every new day here means 100 new arrivals, but only half these gonks will survive a year, and that's if it's a good one. And why do these peeps come to NC? Well, to be street samurai like Morgan, Blackhand, and Waylon Boa Boa. The greater the risk, the bigger the bounty, kids. Or so they say. But you can only be a major league player for so long. The faster you live, the faster you burn out. If you don't get a bullet to the brain first. AC's Legends. Know where you'll find most of them? The graveyard.
we're looking for is somewhere in this building. Probably crawling with the pendejos that kidnapped her. Eyes and ears open, all right? Speaking of which, got you a little something. Militech training shard. In case you need to, brush up on your dance moves. Down for some target practice in VR?
Where'd you get this?
Jack, we're talking classified military-grade tech here. How did you get it?
T-Bug. And our girl made a couple adjustments.
Why? Thinks she knows better?
Nah. Said it didn't suit her, style. You'll see what I mean.
Sure. Why the hell not?
Let's begin with basic combat training. This session will be recorded for subsequent evaluation. This course is designed to reinforce your fundamental combat abilities and hone your reflexes. The skills you gain here will help you survive, even excel on the battlefield. I will train you to be effective with firearms, to use stealth tactics to your advantage, and to hack into enemy networks. Because at Militech...
Militech can't encrypt for shit. But they clearly got drill and jarheads in their blood. Now, Station 1, you maggot! Move, move, move! Let's blast through a tactical target practice program. You know, little warm-up. Yeah, I didn't think you'd find that too tough. What do you say we crank it up a notch?
Oops.
Not bad. But it's more realistic if the target's packing iron. Quit standing around and take cover. You took a hit. Use a reanimator to patch yourself up.
Sure would be nice if it told me how to do that.
Pick up the pace. Wasted time here.
Oh, but have I actually had it in my inventory?
Head to the training area when you're good to go. Oh, look. Brought some chooms with him this time. You know what to do, V.
Where's the last one hiding? Oh, I see.
Dream work, V. Stand on the platform and we'll move on. Hacking's the next item on the menu. Might notice I tweaked.
So I'm going to swap between controller and mouse keyboard. Controller for driving.
This training module will Work a little hack magic on the screen to distract the guard. Corpo trash. Style over substance. Good. Now take him out quietly. All right, all... No worries. Try again.
Damn it.
Work a little hack magic on screen to distract the guard. Corpo trash. Style over substance. Good. Now take him out quietly.
Sneaky, sneaky, sneaky.
All right, all yours. Take him out. Never smart to leave behind any trace of your handiwork, especially the dead kind. Now pick up the body and hide it somewhere.
I was just gonna yeet it off the edge. I suppose we can do it this way.
Okay. Now try to take him down in one slick move. Think you're ready to try hacking some gonks in real time? Have fun! Now, detonate the grenade.
Okay. Makes sense.
See? Just needed to shut your brain down and follow orders. In true Militech fashion. Not too shabby. Militech's algorithms put you on a decent run. Got additional modules if you want to hone any other skills. Or you finish up, dealt out now. But remember, the street's not gonna give you any hints or second chances. Need a handwritten invite?
Yeah, let's do a little bit of stealth as well.
Right. So first, let's shape up those stealth skills.
Sneaky wee. Uh-oh.
Find cover, quick. Nice, nice. Now, move slowly towards the exit. Stay out of sight. Stealthy now, V. Nova, well done. On to the next area.
Yes, very, very stealthy, taking someone captive.
Now the same thing, only with the camera. You're not a gonk-brained Militech recruit. Get moving. Nice work today. Just, all right, some
I
advanced
am
combat
stealth.
techniques for dessert. Then we wrap this party up.
I am the solid snake of Night City.
Time to get down and dirty in close quarter combat. Let's bump things up from easy to normal. This next fool can block your attacks.
Next fool owned.
Dull bit coming up now. Blocking blows instead of dealing.
Get down or I'm gonna block 2 strong attacks. Okay. Stop trying to hit me and hit me. There we go.
Now this fool loses his footing every time he swings. Use that. Get in there and land a counterpunch.
Doesn't help that my micro switch, my mouse is busted. There we go. A bit jank there.
Fool. I like that. V, wanna see this fool punch in air next. Don't let him land anything.
Doesn't actually seem to be registering. Because I'm hitting my left control. Something's going sideways here. Maybe it's still trying to do this. Yeah.
You've done well in mastering the way of the fool, young apprentice. part where you face your final test. Let's move on to melee weapons. Grab a sword.
And then switching to mobile so she can cut into a ball and try not to die. It does sound like a good plan. Oh, katana!
Good. Now show me what you've learned. Good stuff. Looks like you're cruising already. Hop on the platform.
Robot schmucks. Can't be me.
Good luck, V.
The only thing that can beat me is getting soft locked in an elevator.
So, not bad, huh? Now we can get down to biz.
Listen, Lynn, I totally get it. You don't have to feel bad about
Hello.
going to bed.
Let's do this.
Elevator, this way.
Target's Sandra Dorset. Target's biomon went mute a couple hours back. Suspected abduction. Target could have possibly flatlined already. Not sure you're in
Still
time.
no answer to
We're in
my-
time, Bug. Sure you're on phones, but that don't make you any less part of this squad.
Squad. Charming.
Hello there. How are you feeling today? How's your travel to work?
Bug, could at least try to be nice.
Does the heavy
You
traffic
want
make
nice,
you angry?
supportive?
Did you eat
Call
your
a damn
breakfast?
helpline.
Let's start the day right. Even sometimes if it doesn't go as expected. Let's try to do something that we've never done before. Sounds fun, right? We can go somewhere nice and quiet. Not a cemetery, haha. We can go somewhere. Yes, it's not what you think it is. Where there's no Wi-Fi, to access social media, away from the streets and heavy traffic in the city, somewhere like a paradise where you can just sit under the trees, hearing the chirping of birds, the relaxing sound of the ocean that's keeping you calm, watching the sky to see the sunset, gazing at night, looking for stars in the sky. Would you come with me? Together, let's enjoy nature. Appreciate the something. Appreciate the things unable to be bought and cannot be owned. Sometimes loving you makes me hurt myself more. We all want a happy ending in our lives, but how can we create a happy ending? Maybe it's time to ask ourselves what we really want in this life. What makes you happy? What makes your heart flutter? start doing the things that make you happy. Something that will court your interests. This might fill the emptiness you're feeling right now. Try to go out with your friends. What's your favorite movie? Soul searching is a way of freeing your mind, your heart, your body, and your soul from all the things that aren't working for you right now. Enough time will help you decide what you should do. Talk to your friend. Seek a company that will make you feel home. Friends will help you ease the pain. But at the end of the day, you have all the control of your life. Man, I didn't think I'd be getting therapy sessions with a grimy piece of paper in an elevator, but here we are. 2024. Or alternatively, fuck this life. Really is a mixed bag of messaging up in this elevator. I wonder how many people have actually just done what I did and stopped to read that instead of just passing it by.
Target should be inside, but I got zero eyes on her biomon. Fingers crossed it's not too late. Ugh, I hate this life or death shit. Hurry. Try hacking the door. Think you can trip it on your own, V?
I'm sorry, Jackie, I'm just looking at stuff. Looking and looting.
Are we fucking late? Is that her? Is that our target, V?
Sandra Dorsett's protected under Echelon 2 Corpo immunity. Our girl's top shelf. This one's packing black market Zeta Tech repros. Typical back alley fix-ups. Not our lucky gal. Let's keep looking.
I don't want to take cover, I want to look at this. Well then. Shit.
Mira, eyes up. Pendejos ahead.
Pendejo.
Quiet, V. Baby steps, V. Enemies watching.
Bye-bye.
Nice. Sweet, couldn't have done that better myself.
Cyberware usage and its side effects. Many people believe we live in a time where impossible has become an obsolete term. Riprodox can replace nearly any part of the human body with artificial implants, from your big toe to portions of the nervous system. My years in trauma team, however, taught me that the impossible is still very much possible. Even now, as we enter the twilight of the 21st century, we as medical professionals have not been able to eliminate all of the side effects that come from incorporating cybernetic elements into our bodies. Of course, everyone is familiar with the mental disorder most commonly referred to as cyberpsychosis, but it does not end there. Although advances in medical science for the greater part of the century have reduced its incidence to a minimum, cyberware rejection can still occur in a small subset of the population. These unlucky few can experience a range of complications, but the following are the most prevalent. Immune response. The body rejects the implant, causing scar tissue to continue growing to the point that it causes pain and inflammation of the surrounding tissue. I'm slowly becoming southern in my voice, as well as possible interference with the tech's electrical circuits. Psychological effects. Neurological implants have the potential to cause unpredictable change in the brain. Possible side effects include depression, apathy, hallucinations, and sudden increases in addictive behaviors, such as gambling. Implant overdependence. Long-term use of certain synthetic body part replacements can change the brain's chemistry to make it accustomed to a particular type of implant. There are reported cases of permanent blindness after patients attempted to replace their Kiroshi optical implants with different models. In the face of these known risks, what should our outlook be as consumers and medical professionals? To deny ourselves cybernetic enhancements on the 0.5% chance we could lose our vision forever, or gamble away our life savings at the casino? The clear answer is nah. Cyberware technology has elevated human biology to the point where these what-if arguments serve against our best interests. The best advice I can offer you to minimise your risk is to read the technomedical profiles for all cyberware you intend to purchase before you install it. In it. Ooh. Don't mind if I yes. Loot all the things. I think they're okay. They appear to be missing their head and are being suspended by their spine. I don't think they're okay. I'll come back later and ask them.
On your toes. More bodies incoming. They're almost on you.
Guys, fuck these Reapers. Oh yeah, V. They're coming. Wait for your chance. Pick the prick off.
How dare you apply!
Ethan, you will find cabrones! Rip up the shreds! Steady now. We got this, V.
Scabs are still crawling. Clean it up, get out. Don't want to be bringing the target out under fire. Definitely don't want to slug in your back.
No way. Not neither.
You know who you're messing with? Hold that there! Careful, V! They got you!
Не надо! Я не...
Fuck! Do something with the eyes, V! You got this!
Open wide!
Shoot, V!
Bring in cavalry!
On bullet your left! I ain't left! Hey, V! Head down! We got options here. Fuck, you got eyes on this shithole? Anything!
Room he's in looks out on the balcony.
Like this,
Got a window on the left. Give me 2 seconds to grease the lock. Hack on the doors just cleared. Watch yourselves.
Fuck! Hey, V! Head down! Hijos de puta!
Don't see any movement on the sensors. Looks like you got him. You're clear to go.
Shit, where the hell's our target?
Look around. Gotta be there somewhere.
Made it. Cover the body on the upgrade. Great, broken. There we go. You're the first person I've seen that plays games like I do. Loot everything, look everywhere, read everything. Honestly, the people that made these games put so much love and care into creating these incredibly immersive universes that it feels like doing the game and my viewers a disservice if I don't explore the world to its maximum potential. And not just my viewers, myself. Afraid of the future. One day we'll get here. Let's look at my pistol. Ooh. Hell yeah. Now we have a revolver. Now it's like a film noir. I walked into the room. There were gaping holes in the wall. The pic displays showed adverts. No sign of the woman I was looking for. Well, guess we're reading this. The implant, known widely as a pain editor, is cyberware that reduces or even entirely eliminates pain. It has enjoyed unwavering popularity for years among certain circles in Night City, the most devoted and arguably most valuable of which is mercenaries. It is using this test group that Zeta Tech conducted the following research. The pain editor is a neural coprocessor that inhibits signals sent from the nociceptors to the parietal lobe of the brain, thus preventing feelings of pain in the user. Some models may also reduce symptoms of fatigue. The beneficial effects caused by the pain editor are in some ways similar to the symptoms of hypoesthesia, including greater resistance to physical forms of torture and the ability to ignore pain from severe wounds that can allow the user to continue to perform beyond normal human limitations for a brief period. However, some studies have reported that the pain editor can yield a range of undesirable side effects. For example, in the heat of battle, some users are unaware of the severity of their wounds, which causes them to continue fighting without realizing they are dying and require immediate medical attention. Statistics support that the theory of a lack of negative reinforcement may cause users to continue fighting when the rational strategy would be to retreat and escape death. Since 2020, the mortality rate of pain editor owners is above 60%. In this report, I address the question of how to better protect Zeta Tech clients from avoidable death while using our pain editors. Report ends. Big boy gun. Yep. baby. Mexico's best kept secret. Concrete blockades on stairs. Inside look. Kuroshi Optical's latest tech. Where the hell's my heavy machine gun? I drop it. I did. I'm sure I'll need this later. Kibble and Scop. I just want to read all the materials. Yeah, give me them UDs. The day the tower fell. In August 2023, a single event would change the course of history. Although it fell against the bloody backdrop of the Fourth Corporate War, the global media still fed on the story for weeks. And could you blame them? A group of terrorists detonated a nuclear bomb, blowing Arasaka Tower to pieces. The terrorists' warning came too late. Not all of the tower's employees could be evacuated. The blast itself killed and wounded thousands, while countless others died from radiation sickness. How did the biggest attack in the 21st century happen? Who was behind this catastrophe? To find the answers, we'll first need to understand the context of that era. The early 2020s was a period of unrest for Night City, and anti-corporate sentiment was at an all-time high. In the epicenter of the city's lawlessness stood the Atlantis Club. It was seen as an island of resistance against the powers that be, primarily megacorporations like Militech or Biotechnica. Though a special place in hell was reserved for Arasaka, the Japanese arms manufacturing Zaibatsu that held the most influence over Night City. The kinds of people who frequented the Atlantis felt that the corporations had hijacked the future and turned people into consumer slaves, and ironically, deprived of the two things capitalism loved most: freedom and choice. These people called themselves edge runners. They positioned themselves against the corporate world order. They declared their own freedom and opposition to the status quo, but deprived of any peaceful way to meaningfully change what they called the system. They reached for more radical methods of self-expression. And these people were no strangers to violence. I wonder if we will be introduced to one of those people. Boy howdy, that sure would be swell.
Got a lot of good stuff. And from Zeta Tech, uses biosignature and probably ordered a jailbreak. Militech lock-on sites. Wonder where this gonk got it. Arasaka hormone regulator, no biosignature. And some other little curiosities. Optic actuator, cosmetic real skin.
Live in your very own paradise. If only you could get away from the clamor and chrome of the city, throw everything away, and live like a filthy rich hermit. Well, thanks to us, you can. Image not found, image not found, image not found. YourIsland.co is offering you 15 brand new artificial islands in the Pacific Ocean. Every buyer gets around 3 square miles of snow-white sand, cliffs, and tropical vegetation, all resting on an elastic foundation capable of withstanding earthquakes of up to 8 on the Richter scale. Once you make your payment, the island will be yours and only yours. Its location on the open sea means that you can do whatever you want. Only you have the right to your own land with no limits to what you can do. So how about it? Want to get a taste of paradise and real freedom? Loyalty, pragmatism, discipline. At the turn of the 20th century, Sasai Arasaka built a manufacturing plant in Tokyo. Thanks to his foresight and resilience, the company survived the hardships of the Second World War, only to grow into the world's most successful megacorporation under the leadership of Saburo Arasaka. My timer for the first batch of Tonkatsu has just gone off. So, now I'm going to pause this stream, or stop this stream, go downstairs, and we're going to prep some actual deep fried pork cutlets. Stay with me here, chat. Just going to make a few edits here. Okay, so I'm stopping the stream here, and then I will be back with you guys in moments. Okay. Got our mics. Got our music. We are back in the kitchen. Got an ad break coming up in about 3 minutes time here, so just be aware if you are not subscribed. Okay. Bear with me a moment. All right. It is time for us to get to breading. And for that, we need all-purpose flour, we need eggs, we need to retrieve our porky goodness from inside our sous vide. The nice thing is as well that at 60 degrees the pork can still quite easily be handled. Out of the sous vide bath with your bare hands. Now we're going to get the next batch right in the bath again. make sure they are completely submerged. If you have an Oto Shibuta, you can use one of those guys as a way to weigh down the pork. For anyone watching this video who hasn't watched my Kakuni video, an Oto Shibuta is a weighted resizable lid that you can use to hold down meat in a pan. Sindlin asks, am I handling my meat on stream again? Yes. Yes, I am. Oh, I should set a timer on my sous vide. Okay. That's done. There's only a couple of hundred people watching watching the cooking. My brain's not working. The cooking category right now, so I might be like right up there on the top. Okay, sous vide is up to temp and counting down on batch number 2. We are using panko breadcrumbs that are traditional Japanese pankos made from Japanese milk bread. I have no idea if these store-bought ones are. They might be. Sindlin has me on her phone. She's probably going to fall asleep on my stove here. It doesn't sound like a very good prospect since there's going to be quite a large vat of very hot oil on there soon. Oh man, somehow the handle on my container broke. Add it to Dad's fix-it list. Now, Anova's recipe doesn't call for breading with, like, by adding in oil to your eggs as part of the breading stage, but Just One Cookbook does, and I quite like Just One Cookbook's recipes. So I'm going to trust her, modify this. Also, ANOVA calls for just pan frying with a little bit of oil, which can leave food like a little bit greasy. So we are not going to do that. We're going to deep fry at 2 in the morning. And not only are we going to deep fry, we're going to double fry. Just One Cookbook suggests that if you add half a tablespoon of neutral oil to your egg that you're going to use in your dredging process, it will allow the egg to stick to your to the meat that you're breading. I need to bring my tablet to the mix here. There we go. Give me 2 seconds to anyone watching and lurking. Just found my super strong glue. So I'm going to do a quick fix on the handle of my broken flour container here. That is now glued. Smooth that down on that side. Hopefully that will hold. Okay. Restaurant cookbook also suggests moistening your panko breading. So we're going to do that as well. Okay. Get the oil heated to 340 degrees Fahrenheit to 170 degrees Celsius. AKA hot enough to really fuck your day up. This is a problem. This thermometer only goes up to 220 degrees F. And I don't have one which I can just point and get a reading with. Didn't need my tongs for this. Probably getting ahead of myself. I should probably get my pork actually prepped first. One of the edge benefits of living alone every other week is that you can make all sorts of noise in your kitchen and wake no one. Well, apart from your cat, who will give you a wide variety of dirty looks due to you waking her from her slumber. You know what? I'm going to quickly run upstairs because this is going to cause me issues getting the breading stuff on my fingers. Okay. Oh, it is making its terrifying noises that oil makes when it's ready to be deep fried in. And I am appropriately nervous about it. Okay, so here's what we're going to do. Pork goes in to the the deep fry for a minute per side. Comes out, rests for 4 minutes, goes back in. And then cooks for about 30 seconds for the second fry. Okay. This one has been flipped. I'm just going to do this assembly line style. Anybody is lurking in the chat, I'd like to say hello. Come on down. Right. First piece of pork comes out onto the wire rack. Next piece goes in. Start the timer over. You want to make sure that you aren't getting clumps of flour on your pork once you've dusted it, because if you do, it's going to stop the breadcrumbs adhering properly, or they'll adhere to the clumps and then they'll flake off too easily. Oh crap. A little bit over on that one. Okay. Now I'm getting quite a bit of breadcrumbs in my oil. You want to make sure you are cleaning those out Otherwise, they're going to start to burn. They will mess up your oil by imparting flavor into it that you don't want. We're getting through these at a fairly decent pace. Number 3 coming off the pan before going in. Number 5 moves over to being breaded. You know, this is a better view. There we go. Okay, another minute. Then we're going to go for another oil clean. And we're just going to rinse and repeat. Batch 2 of the Tonkatsu cutlets. That has another 30 minutes on it. So, if my very rough math is correct, we will have batch 2 ready to start cooking just around the time I finish off batch number 1. Looking good. That is cutlet number 4. Anyone awake and watching right now? If you are, let me know if you want to see what the cutlets are looking like. If not, I will just continue on my merry way. Until they're good and done. I was wondering if there's any particular technique to clean your oil and capture the breadcrumbs. You kind of want to use the front of your high neck skimmer to create like a bow wave, the same way a boat does. As it's going through the water. And then as the breadcrumbs are lifted up, you just sneak the strainer in underneath them. So here comes number 5. Oh shit. I've got my timer. one thing I've come to kind of learn from cooking is a better understanding of really how short a minute is. And someone with a pretty bad time blindness, 1 minute, 5 minute, 10-minute increments always seem to fly by me, thus leading to conflict. And I'm like, just give me 10 minutes, and it turns out to be like half an hour. But when you do stuff like this, you start to see more realistic or more accurate portrayal of what 1 minute actually is. And more importantly, what you're able to achieve in that very small window of time. Looking like we might need some more flour here. So I'm going to go ahead and grab some more. We're going back in with the mesh. Get the scum off. Get any particularly egregious pockets of breading out of the oil. Next piece of pork in. So 2 or 3 more left, and then we're going to start double frying. Take this brief moment to feed my cat some more food. She is giving me the look. Grabbing some more panko. F. Old Wolf, how's it going, sir? My child is not with me this week, but if we don't see you next week, I will pass along your greetings. Mr. W, how's it going today? Mr. W is messaging in from YouTube. You're not going crazy. Old Wolf. Mr. W is perhaps the only person that watches me on YouTube live. That said, I'm often not live when he's awake. This is a rare treat for him. So, Chef Orborf and Mr. W, how are your weeks treating you? What made you guys smile today? We're going to get into finishing off the double fry on these. ASMR. In about 20 seconds, this guy's going to come out and go through the pan again with the skimmer. Get the scum out, get the breadcrumbs out. So tonkatsu sauce is a combination of oyster sauce, ketchup, and Worcestershire sauce. It's sweet, it's tangy. It's got a hit of umami to it. And it helps cut the fatty richness of the pork. That's right. And what we've done with these, we prepped up about 4 kilograms of pork loin. We just staked it all up, and then we did an immersion cook with those. So we put them in my sous vide for an hour at 60 degrees Celsius. Just salt and pepper to season. I haven't made the tonkatsu sauce yet. But I have like another 12 pork loin steaks in my sous vide that are just approaching the end of their cook. So then we'll be back into the whole assembly line over here. I'm wearing one glove because my autism spectrum really doesn't like touching dough and having dough on my fingers, that sticky feeling. And so to save myself having to wash my hands between every single piece of pork I process, I just throw a glove on. Ooh. Oil's getting some spicy on me. Asking because I nearly always add tiny amounts of on-premise grown jalapenos or habaneros to all dishes. As it's my first time cooking this recipe, I don't want to stray too far from it. I'm already kind of combining 2 recipes as it is, because the original recipe I was working with didn't call for the pork to be cooked in a sous vide. And the sous vide recipe didn't call for the pork to be double fried. And more importantly to me, this has to be something my son will be willing to eat without being like, it's too spicy. Okay, so that is a minute on that side. Yeah, quick flip. Gonna have to start making more vacuum seal bags here. So I can freeze these guys up. So bear with me with any background noise this creates. So that noise there's my my vacuum sealer for food. Not bad. So the recipe for this calls for a shredded green cabbage with a Japanese sesame sesame dressing. I don't have any of the sesame dressing to hand, so I will probably go and pick up a bottle of sesame dressing tomorrow. Have the green cabbage on hand. So I will shred that at the start of my stream. But yeah, it's served like that, and then with usually on like a bed of rice, and that would be a katsu don. Don being short for donburi, which is a rice bowl. Sounds like my vacuum sealer is struggling. Alright, gonna go back in for another round on the mesh. We want to get that scum out. We want to get those breadcrumbs out. It's really, really important to keep your oil clean. Otherwise, you're going to end up with unwanted flavors in your breading. This panko is quite delicate and can pick up the taste of burned breadcrumbs in your oil quite easily, which will not only just spoil the one thing you're cooking, it will spoil all of the rest of the batch as well. You can also be quite aggressive in using your mesh to pull out unwanted stuff from your pan. And I recommend that you do get quite aggressive with it. Chef Orwell says, cabbage is a good base for a side. Finely sliced with apple cider vinegar and some oil. Sesame can be over. So it's not sesame oil. There's a Japanese style sesame dressing. I need to look it up actually. How to make it. But with apple cider vinegar, it does sound really good. So, Chef Wolf, how are things over in Germany? How has your week been treating you? Really appreciate you stopping back in, by the way. Much paid well. It's a good problem to have. Now, where the heck are the rest of my food sealer bags? If I don't find those, I'm gonna run into a spot of trouble pretty quickly here. Oh, that's not good. No progress yet, buddy. But you know, we'll keep looking, and in the meantime, we'll keep building this stream community up. How troublesome. You know what? I do love that I can spend more time with him. It's brought a great deal of joy to my life. What isn't bringing joy to my life right now is my total inability to find out where my food saver bags are. Aha! There they are. So I am skimming my oil. No, you know what? You are welcome to talk about politics. It's totally fine. I know my rules say no politics, but I'm actually going to revise that. I'm totally fine with politics as long as people can keep it civil. And I know that you, Chef, are old enough to be able to have a political discussion without feeling personally attacked if someone questions your views or even disagrees with them. I also feel that people from Germany, in particular people like around your age and older, are much more aware on a cultural level of the consequences of shutting down polite discourse and polite disagreement. Ah, gotcha. Well, if ever you want to have that conversation, I'm happy to have it. Trying to retrieve the next batch of Tonkatsu, or rather just free Tonkatsu. Okay, let's go back in the mesh. There's a pork swimming pool. Getting kinda gross in here. So Old Wolf says, right now I think much about people dying in useless wars because of selfish politicians. Me too, man. Honestly, to me it feels like the world's been a little out of control since the World Trade Center disaster happened. A lot of the nationalist kind of schools of thought came screaming to the forefront after that, and it's kind of been a slow descent into madness ever since that. Never understood the irrational, all-consuming drive for wealth. You know, you can't take money with you once you're dead. And once you've made a certain amount of money, you literally can't spend it in your lifetime. And your kids won't spend it in their lifetimes either. So what's the drive to keep on making money and keep on having more wealth? Shit, I just dropped a lot of water into that frying pan. No. Back up here, away from that. I saw a comic years ago that to this day sticks in my head. It's like three teenagers sitting around a campfire with a guy in a torn up business suit, and it's on the backdrop of like a ruined world, like all the buildings are destroyed. And the businessman is like, well kids, while it may have created an unlivable hellscape, for a short time we were generating tremendous returns for our shareholders. Okay, we're gonna finish. I am in Canada, Alberta, although previously I lived in the London area, or near-ish to London, in England. Canada's like the best bits of America and the best bits of England, without the worst of either of them. It's quite lovely. Although there are some extremely misguided Canadians that want to emulate America. I mean, every nation has their wingnuts and their whack jobs, right? Like even Sweden and Finland, some of the happiest nations in Europe, have like neo-Nazi groups in them. But on the whole, the Finns and the Swedes are exceptionally happy, kind, welcoming people. And, you know, they're known for that. I was I was really sad to read about the resurgence of neo-Nazism in Germany. I figured that would be the place I read about it happening last. I was unfortunately not surprised at all to see the rise of it in England. I, of course, could appreciate the irony of it, though. The sad irony, I should say. I think immigration so Old Wolf says, to be fair, it's more about immigration than other things, and it's a thing I disagree upon as the common political party shifted way too far to the right in the last 3 years. I think immigration in the West has been incredibly poorly managed, alongside a very, very strong push from parties aligned with the right to strip away benefits and, social safety nets that used to be there. So people are getting pushed out of jobs and are struggling to find them. All the while, the safety nets that would normally keep them afloat are being eroded. And then all these companies are abusing migrant labor and getting them to work, much cheaper. And there's this weird phenomenon with parties on the left where they will, in the spirit of trying to work together and of partisanship, they'll try and work with these parties that have swung right and end up giving away too much and basically ending up on the right themselves. So more and more and more we end up with politics that are beholden to organizations and the incredibly wealthy. But rather than have the nuanced and often difficult discussions about it, our politicians and our news media people just go, fucking immigration! Immigrants! Immigrants are doing it, and all the changes you're seeing in the way the weather works, those aren't real. Yeah. If memory serves, some teachers in Ontario tried to go on strike, and they were basically told, return to work or you won't be employed. Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to pause that music. Oil's starting to look murky. Let's go in here and clean it up. I mean, you have wage slavery now as well, right? People who are in jobs that have been working these jobs for long periods of time, have the expertise and, you know, tenure to be paid more, but the companies that employ them won't, because they know that that employee doesn't have the time or the ability to be employed without having to move. They don't have the finances available to them to move. So at that point, they're basically trapped. There's almost an indentured servant to the company. I could use a coffee filter, Chef, but I have that, it's a very fine mesh skimmer that I have. And I don't actually have any coffee filters in my house. It's true. Chef Orwell says that in 2015 the world started turning towards Trump, and now even Germany's going that way. As much as I don't like to admit it, America kind of sets the standard of what other Western politicians can get away with. So they see politicians in the States, you know, telling complete atrocious lies, demanding that debates not be fact-checked. And then the other politicians in the West start saying, oh, well, if they can do it over there, why don't we see if we can do it here? Instead of saying, you know, looking at that as a warning of what could be, they try and embrace it, which I find to be insane. Yeah, the country that can't even get its citizens to agree that the state should take care of the people that keep the state afloat in terms of medical care is now the leader on human rights. As Morpheus from the Matrix once said, fate, it seems, is not without a sense of humor. Jeff, I could talk about this kind of stuff for hours on end as well. And you know what? There's no one else chatting in the chat, so feel free. The stage is yours, my friend. I will definitely look that up. We're making our way through. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 left to process. You know, I was back in England earlier this year to see my family, and I saw something that I never thought I would see over there. In central London, it was a guy literally preaching about sin and the end times, and I was like, did I accidentally go to America and just not know about it? It was crazy. It was crazy to see that in England, in central London of all places. Yeah, people tell themselves some absolutely wild things to justify the fact that they just don't want to believe in what science has to tell them. Yogi buds! Hey, Chef Oldwolf, I think you and Yogi would have a delightful debate about spiritualism, fate, politics, and the world at large. Yogi is a very worldly gentleman. I'm glad you two... No, please. You don't have to. I think yourself, I think Yogi Buds in the chat there would really actually enjoy the discussion with you. He is a man that... There you go. Sounds like a beautiful conversation, Yogi Buds says. He is a man who enjoys having his intellect stimulated. And failing that, his sense of humor. Ideally, having both stimulated simultaneously. Because clever humor is the best humor. pushing towards 4 in the morning here, Yogi, and I am still prepping my food. Yogi is an incredibly respectful man, and he's smart. He does his research and does his homework before spouting things off. He is a fine gentleman who I respect. Although his resting habits and sleeping habits do leave something to be desired. But where would the fun be if people didn't have their flaws and their variety? Yogi, more like spoken by someone who's tired of everyone trying to be the same fucking person, so they can feel like they fit in. That need to belong gets especially bad when you marry it to political belief. It's what's poisoning our society right now. People need to belong so incredibly badly that they'll go along with almost anything that the group says they should go along with, just so they aren't cast out into a cold and uncaring world. A world which people on every side of the political divide are told hates them. Yogi says, I want to scream it out sometimes when I'm finding myself quite split between a few worlds of differing meanings and beliefs. My humor keeps me alive forever, so grateful for it and the humans it brings me to meet. Me too, Yogi. My humor keeps me going in the bleakest of situations. One of my personal mantras is, if you can't find a joke to crack about whatever situation you're in, then you're in real trouble. Jeff Orwell says, I stand upon my desk to remind myself that we must constantly look at things a different way. I think people are scared of that these days. Yeah. People have been told that thinking is bad and that the thinkers of our world, the scientists, the teachers, the researchers, that they're liars who are attempting to manipulate and control the world through the next generation. So when it becomes bad for the thinkers to think and to teach us how to think, what is the common man to do but to reject thought? And instead substitute it with jingoistic belief. Ooh! That was a big old sizzle. Yogi Buds, thank you very much for your subscription. Welcome to Dad's Kitchen, where you are always welcome to share the conversation, the food, and the joy of being with people of like mind and different mind. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I appreciate you. Science, unlike fate, can admit when it has been wrong, and it can self-correct. Fate demands obedience. That was in response to Chef Orwell saying, science is the next best thing to facts, as both are based on research and thinking. So bite with this Tonkatsu. It's tender, it's peppery, it's juicy. Isn't that crunch? How's it going, Brian? Back on breadcrumb patrol here. Thanks for the look, man. Yeah, having to sous vide cook my pork in 2 batches basically doubled the cook time of this whole thing, and as a result, we're awake at 4 in the morning cooking pork. But you know, hey ho, got good company to do it. Not like I have anything to do tomorrow. Wait, what did? Oh shit, I do have something to do tomorrow, but that's in the afternoon, so I'll be fine. Excuse me. Oh man. Confit is specifically when you cook it in a fat, right? Generally, isn't confit more done in like an oven though. You bake it in its own fat, or you roast it in its own fats. I definitely wouldn't call what I'm doing in this pan sous vide, but I have a sous vide cooker behind me off camera, and that's what my pork has been cooked in prior to the deep fry. Although this technically isn't deep frying. The pan isn't deep enough to like do a proper deep fry. Fizzle! Ah, there you go. Yeah, I can't say that this is a confit then because it's anything but slow. But yeah, I made like 20 plus pork loin steaks in my sous vide. And now I'm shallow frying them, double shallow frying them to get that sweet, sweet crust. But yeah, here is the pre-fried sous vide cooked pork. Then this is definitely deep fried because I'm actually above that temperature. Just 2 left to prep. And then we're just left with double frying. Well, double frying and then we'll make the tonkatsu sauce. Oh. Flip this boy over.
Daddy, chill.
Daddy, chill.
Yogi Butts just redeemed Daddy Chill.
Thanks for your daddy chill. On the blurp soundboard. Been working hard to add little bits of interactivity here and there across the stream for you guys to have fun. Daddy! And of course, Daddy Chill was remarkably appropriate for this stream. Yogi, did I show you my my new emote? It's Dad Happy. It's very cute, like claymation style. Grundgesetz? Is that, am I saying that correctly? Grundgesetz? Wonderful. Thanks, Chef. I learned a new thing today. So, Chef says, the last words on politics. We here in Germany have a Grundgesetz, like a constitution, that tells us that every person, regardless of gender, ethnicity, heritage, or political views, is equal unless it harms another person. That I stand by. And that is a very, very good set of beliefs and morals to cleave to. Oh, been a bit of a day for streaming. I did like 2.5 to 3 hours of Baldur's Gate. Then I did another like 90 minutes with this, another hour with Cyberpunk. Now 2 hours with this. We almost put in a full working day. Yeah, I got my Cyber Dad working. I had to revalidate the files, and it was like, one file could not be validated. I was like, that's the one that broke my game. And it was. As soon as it fixed it, I could continue. Going for some more scoopy. Go back to chat. That's all also says, yeah, and some people need to be taught history. Yogi Buds agrees, education is key, and he wants to continue the conversation but he has to go nighty night because it's probably what, Yogi, it's 5 a.m. for you? Or is it 6? 3 a.m. Oh, you're an hour behind me. 4 a.m. here. We're going for those late porky hours. The meat demands it, and I must obey. Hey Yogi, thanks for stopping by, man. Appreciate you always, and glad you got to meet someone new here in the chat. Chef Old Wolf actually found me organically through through looking through food and drink streamers. So that's cool. Organic growth, baby! Looks like meat back on the menu, boys! Super Yogi, have a wonderful day at work when you get there. If I am still streaming when you wake up, something has gone terribly wrong in my life. Please come and commiserate with me. What is acrylamide? Is that the stuff that sets the fat up so you can discard the fat really easily? Let's see. Yes, please do post the definition. If it's a link, it might not let you. You'll have to copy and paste. Oh. Organic. Oh, it's a coagulant, right? You throw that stuff in a pan of oil and it all hardens up to be discarded, right? No? Maybe? Frozen burnt areas of food. So basically, burned food equals maybe cancer, is what I'm taking away from this Death Wolf. I gotcha. Yeah, I don't reuse my oil. Oh. A long day for your boy mealtime. Okay. Oh, they're actually made to by law. I don't know if such a law exists in Canada. I just do it purely out of care about the taste of, what I'm making. Unfortunately, Chef Old Wolf, so Chef Old Wolf used oil stacks upon acrylamide, which can be carcinogenic and harmful to male reproduction, which is why by law, restaurants in Germany have to change their spent oil frequently. Unfortunately, in North America, food standard laws are significantly behind their European counterparts. Less so in Canada, but still, proximity to the United States has unfortunately allowed some of their poorer standards to be transplanted over here. And there's a growing push to relax the standards on imports, so then like American meats can be imported here. Which are of notably lower quality. Canada is far better, but it's still not nearly as good as Europe is in its food safety. We're nearly there, folks. Nearly at the end of the primary part of the cook anyway. One last skim. So they give advice, but that does not mean they have enshrined it into federal and or provincial law mandating that restaurants do it. And until it is law, there are a great many business owners will say that's just what the advice says and keep on doing exactly what they've been doing for the last X years. Yeah, so updated our risk assessment doesn't translate to we made this law requiring restaurateurs to do XYZ. So that means that that statistic is now a table on some government website that people will look at. Ethically conscious people will change their practices, and the ethically grey people will go, just an advisory. However, with the rise of the internet and everyone being able to post everything, restaurants that don't change out their spent oil tend to get outed pretty quickly, just as a byproduct of producing low quality food. So, the problem is slowly sorting itself out just because of more aware and informed consumers. By the way, folks, I know I've said it before, but I really appreciate all of you who are still here keeping me company while I cook into the wee hours of the morning. This would have been quite the lonely stream of me just talking to myself otherwise. Yeah, never heat virgin oils. Always, folks, look at the smoke point of the oils that you are buying if you're intending to fry with them. The lower the smoke point, the sooner it's going to burn, which is not only going to spoil the taste of your food, but also create carcinogens inside the food you're cooking. You are literally poisoning yourself if you cook with an oil at a low smoke point when you're doing high heat cooking. For instance, searing steaks, or doing what I'm doing, deep frying. I am using corn oil, which has a fairly high smoke temperature on it. This one doesn't say it on there. But corn oil is good for frying. and you can cook in it from between 229 degrees to 238 degrees Celsius, or 445 to 460 Fahrenheit. Corn oil is a decent one to fry in. So Brian says, "Do to talk to myself when I stream, it's practice." Yeah, I know it's practice, but I'm someone who mentally I don't have that stream of consciousness. I don't talk to myself even in my own mind. Which is not a normal behavior for people to express, but that's just how I'm made. So if I don't have anyone to talk to for days, I can literally sit in silence for days, to the point where then when I next speak, my voice will come out as a croak because I haven't used it for like a while. The pandemic allowed me to discover interesting things about myself, such as that one. But it does lead to like me struggling to kind of fill dead air, which is why I'm very glad to have people here to talk to and interact with, because then I can talk and interact, whatever. Chef Old Wolf says, if your oil is unlabeled, the max temperature you should cook with it is 175 degrees Celsius. But Brian, you are correct in saying that talking to yourself while streaming to no one is good practice, and I do recommend it to anyone starting streaming, is to not only stream and talk as if there were an audience, but to fully give it your all as if you're talking to an audience, and then to watch your VOD. I got lazy and didn't watch my VODs for a couple of days, and I realized my microphone sounded really muddy, a lot of them. Yeah, and never eat virgin oil. If you have virgin olive oil, that stuff doesn't go in a pan. You can cook with regular olive oil, but not to that high of a temperature. Virgin? I've not heard of virgin. I'm wondering if that's just the German spelling of the word virgin, or is there a specific type of oil called virgin? Okay, so what we're going to do now is use a fat coagulant. Make sure that gets stirred in. So on Amazon, there is a magic product that you can purchase that will coagulate a pan of spent oil into a solid brick if you stir it in and leave it overnight, which makes it much easier to dispose of in a way that won't destroy your plumbing. Brian, I think he was saying that it's sad that you have no one to speak to in your streams, not that practicing is sad. I had lost count how many pork loin steaks we did. I know it was over 15 though. I'm gonna be eating tonkatsu till I'm sick of it. So here's the scoop on why we just did all this. That $54 worth of pork turned into about 17 cutlets. Each cutlet, when served with rice and vegetables, which would cost, you know, about $3 a piece, makes a meal. In fact, no, the vegetables per meal would and rice per meal would cost about $1.50. So, you know, all in, you're looking at between $4 and $5.50, $5.50 or $5.50 per meal. Probably actually less, given how much pork I cut up. I don't know, let's call it $5 a meal for like almost 20 meals, realistically. The chef says 2 to 8 people are fine, about 20 is active and busy, above 50 active you can't interact anymore. I disagree that you can't interact anymore, but you can't interact fully with everyone anymore. Like, you can't give the individual attention to people, or you can, but it's going to be at the expense of attention to others, which is unfortunately just the nature of the beast. What I know, though, is that I need to have 75 people in here every time I stream, basically, for at least 8 hours in 2 consecutive months. No, sorry, 8 streams in 2 consecutive months, and then I need to have an average viewership of 75 people per stream in order to meet the metrics for partner. So I mean, we're a tenth of the way there. Yeah, but Chef, unlike a conversation, you have a scroll bar in a stream. So you can, and you have, generally you have people who will assist you in addressing things too. So there are some benefits there where it can become somewhat more manageable. But once you scale past 50, you basically pick out the messages that that stand out to you, and the rest can either repost what they sent in hopes of being seen, or try and get hold of you one-on-one if you allow such things. Which is not in any way ideal, but that's how it is. Okay, I am very tired. It is almost 5 in the morning here. So I will make the tonkatsu sauce tomorrow, along with shredding up the cabbage tomorrow. Bagging these. Yeah, and that's what I was getting at. Like, once you hit 50, you need another pair of eyes on the chat to draw things to your attention, because on your own you are just gonna miss it. I've just now realized that I don't have subscriber badges for my channel yet. I will see about getting that taken care of. Hey Brian, are you able? Oh, you gotta go. Okay. Have a wonderful day, Brian. Take care. Thanks for stopping by. Thank you for making me part of your morning. I was gonna ask you to just post in the Discord. In my Discord, just the words sub badges. Because I've been meaning to get those done and frankly just forgot. Well, Chef, even if obviously I hope to grow to the point where I can become a Twitch partner, because then I would even consider extending this stream to do like a lunchtime stream and a dinner stream in addition to gaming streams. But it will always be my goal to be as interactive as I can with the people that give me their time and their hard-earned money. And if they don't give me their hard-earned money, they give me their time, I will do my best to give them my time as well. Thanks, Brian. Thanks for the 100 biddies, Brian. You have a great Thursday. Go slay it. Seize the day by the throat and make it your bitch. I'll be out here in Canada cheering you on. Seize the day, exactly, my friend. Chef Orwell says Carpe Diem. Tonkatsu. One of many. Just finish cleaning these down. Get them in the dishwasher, get that on the go. I'm not even going to bother with sauce or rice or vegetables for this particular tonkatsu. I am just going to raw dog it. Let me just this camera's got some oil spattered on it. Okay. Yeah, schnitzel is in particular, you guys pound it out flat. I do enjoy a good schnitzel as well. Okay. That is that. I would have to agree with you, Chef Olworth, that tonkatsu tastes better just because of the, the fact they use much thicker cutlets. Well, I am a happy dad. My sous vide cooker worked perfectly on its maiden voyage. I now have lunches prepped for myself, and hell, I could even give cold katsu to my kid for his school lunches. You could chuck it in the microwave if you wanted. But yeah, for about, I don't know, $65, I've got two and a bit weeks of food. Which is not bad at all. Get my sous vide cooker out of here. Good job, Anova. Yeah, so I use like a lot of processed meats. That's unfortunate. I mean, if you go back and watch the VOD, this stream started with me getting out an entire, 4 kilogram pork loin. And then staking it up. That was how the stream started. Okay, let's see who is online. What's going on in Twitch? Okay, we are gonna raid my friend Poo Poo Pony. He's a variety streamer. Very, very chilled out person. I'm going to throw down a little raid message here. If you'd like to join us for this raid. There's the raid message. Thanks for the follow, Chef. Welcome into Dad's Kitchen. We're going to go visit PP Pony. We're back streaming at 6 p.m. Mountain Daylight Time tomorrow. We'll be cooking one of the HelloFresh meal kits. Until then, have a wonderful day. And I'll see you next time.